Hello, hello. So, here's another Civ YouTuber. There's lots of us. I hope one day to be showing myself in their presence, but just for today, you're going to see a very ratchet and sort of like first ever video style of YouTuber. And the goal of this is to sort of, first of all, I'm an okay Civ player. I'm definitely, I would say, more reflective of the general Civ community than the Civ YouTubers. And also, just to sort of say to people, just do it. I know I'm not going to get many views. I'm going to get a lot of criticism on my videos, which is fine. I'm going to get a lot of people saying, "Oh, why did you put your campus there? You could have got a +4 campus, +5." That's not what my videos are going to be about. What my videos are going to be about is just generally playing Civ. I know what I'm doing. I know I could be better, and you're going to hopefully see my improvements, but the main focus of these videos is to show you something new and also to show you that just play the game. Don't worry about all the optimization, don't worry about re-rolling for starts, just play the game. And on that note, I am actually going to be playing quite a unique game for you all today. So, what am I talking about? Most people play Civ from the ancient era. I'm not going to be doing that today. I'm going to be playing on the 4-leaf clover map. I'm also going to be playing from the modern era. Now, bear with me. I know everyone loves playing their starts from the ancient era, planning the cities and stuff. Don't worry. You can still do that from the modern era, just bear with me. Now, I am going to be playing on Deity, and I've just been saying, all of those things about I'm more like the average Civ player, and I know that the average Civ player doesn't play on Deity difficulty. When you play on later game starts, the AI's advantages are not as big as when you play in the ancient era. For example, you are not going to spawn next to Babylon and get killed on turn 11, just blitzed, and there's nothing you can do about it. You start off with 3 cities, I think, in the modern era. And I believe the AI starts with either 3, 4 or 5. I'm not 100% certain on that. So the advantages is not, not as great. And also I'm playing on the 4-leaf clover map. Now the 4-leaf clover map is the same in every game, and I highly recommend giving this map a try because it will help you improve your games of Civ, because it gives you enough element of randomness to promote, exploring and to avoid you from being able to exploit the map, but also enough stability so that you're not overwhelmed with all the options. So, I'm going to stop banging too much on. I do tend to go off on rants. So I'm going to be playing with barbarian clans, heroes and legends, monopolies and corporations, secret societies. Now, bear with me on this. Barbarians will be spawning, but they will stop spawning very quickly. And these are all advantages, and these are all things that I just want you to just bear with me for while I'm saying them. Just give me the benefit of the doubt, and let's go ahead. So who am I going to be playing? I've not really given much thought to this. I'm going to be playing Montezuma. As you can see, I'm playing with Civilizations expanded on. Doesn't matter. I'm not actually going to get too many bonuses, and to be fair, the AI are going to get a lot more bonuses from Civilizations expanded. That's why I'm playing Montezuma. But yeah, we're going to be playing the Aztecs. He gets combat strength for every different luxury resource, but again, that's not going to be too broken because of the 4-leaf clover map. So let's press start and set everything up correctly. Now you'll have to bear with my PC. I am going to sit through this loading screen with you because I'm going to talk a little bit about the game as it's loading in. So I sort of alluded to playing on Deity and me being sort of more like an average Civ player. And on the 4-leaf clover map, every map is always very similar. So I'd say probably 75% the same. Very similar to like a true start location Earth, each player spawns on one of the arms of a cross. It's sort of like a weird, it's not a 4-leaf clover, it's sort of like a weird, like an emblem type thing. You'll see when we get into the game. And the point is, obviously the game pushes players into the middle. It's about expanding your territory and claiming as much land as possible, and then building your city up. And then eventually you're going to go to war because the map's so small. You'll need luxury resources, you'll need strategic resources, and that's the whole point. And for me, who has yet to win a non-fixed deity start. So what I mean by that is, I've won a game on deity as Coupe on Terra. I made a huge map with just 8 players. Terra, Coupe. I settled the island that nobody was on and won a tourism victory. That's the easiest way to win a standard game of deity. I've also won a cheese game where if you play with dramatic ages and you just solely focus on getting golden ages, the AI will just die. They just can't cope with dramatic ages, and it makes the game 10 times easier. So I've won that as well. I've yet to win, just a standard non-exploit game on Deity from the ancient era. So
in the
reason
beginning,
I'm playing on
legends of flying men
Deity
soared,
on 4-leaf clover
and
is
today
because
you are on the brink of transforming those legends into a reality. With flight and new forms of communication, you can create a small and intimate world.
Territorial expansion,
but at what
claiming
cost?
lands,
Our competing ideas of how to govern and how to live threaten to bring conflict on a global scale.
To its maximum potential.
You must choose your own path through this rising din of ideological oratory.
Of Civ.
Tlatoani Montezuma,
is
keep your eagle warriors happy and fed,
thing
and they will forever fight for your cause.
Wide empires.
As your Aztec empire unfurls across the land, you will never want for people to raise your walls, or you will be blessed with new loyal workers as you conquer those around you.
Go forth. The normal player base play Civ.
You'll
see on Reddit, you're supposed to get 10 cities by turn 100. Nobody ever gets 10 cities by turn 100. Nobody ever gets 10 cities by turn 100. And what playing on 4-leaf clover, because you've got such strict confines of a map, what it does is
we now have the opportunity
on those areas, and allows you to improve your gameplay in a bit more of a controlled environment. Yes, if you play 1,000 games starting from the ancient era on randomized maps, you are going to get better, but who's got the time for that? Nobody's got the time for that. So this is a way to improve faster and more efficiently. Right, so we're into the game. So obviously this is an interesting start because we've got all these units, we've got rangers, we've got field cannons, we can make cores already. We're an accelerated start. We've got 3 settlers, 3 scouts, and some strong units already. So, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to do what everybody would do. We're just going to find what city we want to settle, and then we're going to settle. So, starting locations. We definitely want this coal. We're going to get a big city straight away, so we don't need to worry too much about where we put it. Do we want to be on this river? Not really. Watermills are not that important late game. So let's settle. Tenochtitlan. Forgive my pronunciation. And then where are we going to go with this one? Looks like we're going up here. Again, we do want to expand our territories, but we also want to make sure that our cities are actually good. Now, I have made a mistake already. What you're supposed to do with these starts is you're supposed to pick your government first, and I didn't do that. So, what we're going to do? We're going to do... yeah, we're going to go Merchant Republic because we get the gold and we get plus 15%. Now the 15% production towards districts, it does matter. You'll see in a second. So let's see, we want amenities from, actually no we don't, we want, where is it? Can we get the scout? I don't think we can actually. We can't get it. So yeah, this is why you should really start from the beginning. If you do this straight away, you can get logistics. So I'll put logistics in. I'll put limes in. Logistics or limes. Yeah, we'll put logistics in. And then what do we want from this? So this is why you should do this first, because you can get public works, which is 30% production towards builders, and all new builders gain 2 charges. So I've missed out on 2 charges. Rookie mistake. And then what are we going to get next? Obviously none of these are important at the minute. They'll become more important as we go along. Let's get the amenities. We'll be building districts. Actually no, let's get expropriation. We need to settle quickly. Then we want again another reason why you will meet city-states on this map extremely quickly, so you definitely want diplomatic league in, and I'm going to put charismatic leader in just so we can get some points. And then finally we're going to go this game, we're just going to get a few points, I think. Yeah, let's get a few Great Admiral points. Now, bear with me, all will be revealed as we play along. I'm not going to over-explain because otherwise we'll never actually get into the game. This is my build. It should have 5 charges, but obviously I messed up. Let's just improve this horse tile away, because as we're further on in the game, that becomes a 3-3 tile. Just want to get that improvement down. Now, your Pantheon. Your turn 1 Pantheon is very important that you get, because religious settlements is available. If you're playing on Deity, go for this. Trust me, if you're playing on Deity, go for this, because as I said, territorial expansion is the most important thing. So go over here, and we're going to move this settler over here because we want to move moving out. So first we need to establish where we are on the map. We're in one of the corners. It looks like we might be in the top left corner. When we go down here, we'll find out. We need to establish where we are on the map. Next, we need to establish what technology we're going for first. Now, on the 4-leaf clover map, oil spawns in the sea. So researching refining will not get you oil, however, it will get you battleships, and battleships are absolutely amazing units. Similarly, getting infantry is pointless apart from the farm improvements, and getting steel is pointless apart from the fact that you get easily defendable cities. So with that being said, again, flight, again, you're not going to be able to get biplanes because no oil. So we are actually going to get, I think we're going to go for I think we're going to go for chemistry. Now, yes, it means we're going to get replaceable parts, but we are going to get mechanized agriculture, which gives +1 adjacency bonus for every farm improvement, and pastures gain +1 production. We've just made a pasture, so it gives us +1 production. And I think going for research labs is a good idea. First things first. Then for our civics, we definitely want to go for mobilization first, because it allows us to form an army or an armada. And because we're playing on Deity, even if you're not playing on Deity, even if you're playing on a more standard difficulty, you want to get armies as quick as possible. Finally, I know this is a very long turn one, but let's get our governor. We are going to go Pingala. As you noticed, we have 10 population, so getting Pingala in straight away is going to be really good for our science and culture. We're going to pop him in there, we're going to promote him, we're going to get connoisseur, researcher, and grants. So that's 4. We've got 4 left. We're going to get Amani, and then we're probably going to get either Liang or Reina. We're not decided yet. Next, we're going to decide what we're going to build now. Notice how all of your districts have 1 turn on their completion. This is important because you're going to be able to spam districts out, and I mean spam districts out. We're not going to worry too much about where we're going to be placing the districts, just that we're getting them down as quickly as possible. Now this archaeological site, antiquity site even, is in an absolutely garbage place because it means we can't put an aqueduct here, which means we can't put an industrial zone, blah 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 blah. One thing we're really going to want this game is Ruhr Valley. Ruhr Valley is an amazing wonder, and I think this is an absolutely fantastic spot for Ruhr Valley. So, can I build a dam? I can't build a dam because none of these are floodplains. Is this floodplains tile? No. And yeah, so none of these are floodplains, so we can't build a dam, so we can't improve our adjacency that way. So what we're going to do is we're just going to stick the industrial zone down, and we're not really going to care too much about it. So we're not going to put it... Oh, that's a decent spot. We could put a campus there, we could put a holy site there, but for the purposes of this game, again, we're not going too much into optimization. We're just going to get that district down straight away. So trader can't do anything. So as you can see, we're up in terms of like planning and like, you know, the optimizations
people know this
and all
new
those sorts of
resource
things.
may be essential for building certain military units.
That was turn 1, and that's all the time it took for me to do turn 1. Now, everyone says the best part of Civ is the early game. Well, we're still in the early game. As you can see, we are still, you know, 107 turns for replaceable parts, 154 for mobilization. We are still in the early game, but we're getting all the late game techs and all that sort of stuff. So it's really cool. So Kumasi is up here, and that means we can't settle up there, which is annoying. So we're going to go up here instead with our settlers. And that means, however, that's not too bad because we're not really missing much tiles. We just need to make sure, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need to make sure that we're going to get this tea. We need this tea. We absolutely need this tea. It's a luxury resource. You should heavily prioritize getting luxury resources. So we've got a governor. We get a governor title still because we discovered our first secret society. We are going to go Alzheimer over this game. We're going to get the Guild of Vault, and we're also going to go. So, as you can see, we've just upgraded our Owls of Minerva, and we've already got an economic policy slot and a wildcard policy slot. That is absolutely incredible. So, what we're going to do now, change our policies, and we're going to add policy in. So we should have got, where are we, 100% industrial zone adjacency bonuses. We can pop that in because we've just finished our industrial zone, and we are going to give our city some amenities. We're actually going to put liberalism in because we're not going to be getting too many changes of governments because obviously we've got so many terms. So we're going to put liberalism in even though we're not getting any benefits from it now. Okay, so let's continue exploring. Let's send this settler over here, and let's send this pike and shot over here, and then this builder is going to straight away claim this coal. Yep, claim that coal. Because we've got the settler production card in, that was slightly cheaper to purchase. And then we're going to come up here and just stick our face in Kumasi. Now, we're going to start a trade route. Remember, we're going to get an envoy for their quest. We're going to get an envoy from the trade route because we've joined Owls of Minerva. And it's we've already sent the first envoy there with Diplomatic League. So we've started the game, we haven't sent a single envoy, and we've got 4 in Kumasi. Obviously everybody knows Kumasi is an amazing city-state, especially in this game mode, as we will see later on. So we've got our industrial zone. This tile, I am going to put attack on this tile. So move my settler out of the way. I'm going to put Ruhr Valley on this tile. And then we're going to have a look at what our next district is going to be. I reckon our next district is going to be a commercial hub. Gold is extremely important. As you can see, we're losing 19 gold per turn. Let's pop that down. Again, I'm not thinking too much about it. I saw +2. It's not got rid of our Ruhr Valley tile. That's good enough for me. We could have put a campus there. We could have put Oxford University there. It's not the end of the world. As you will see, we will be getting these things. Don't worry about it. You don't need to mega optimize. Okay. So we're going to get our commercial hub. Tenochtitlan is already getting 21 production, which is fantastic. That's going to go up, obviously, once we get this coal tile. Now then, where do we settle? First, we're going to explore a little bit more before we settle. It's very tempting to just, settle your city straight away and just plonk it down. It's very satisfying to get a city out. We're just going to explore a little bit first, just to see where we actually want this settler to be. And, as I said, territorial expansion is the most important thing. Now, we have a settler coming this way anyway, so why would we settle this city for the sake of one turn when we can explore with it? Nobody's going to attack us. If a barbarian comes, it's not going to get to us because we're in rainforest, so we're fine. Our final district for this city for now, wait, 1, 2, 3, actually no, so because we've got 10 population, we can do 4 districts. So we are going to get a campus. Where's our campus going to go? Ignore this. I'm not going to be placing it here. I do have a mod on that allows you to remove strategics and luxury resources. I will not be using that this game, so please do not worry about that. Now then, our campus. We could just put it here. We're not going to put it here because we do want to get Oxford University, and if you look, we can't put Oxford University there because it's 4 tiles away from our capital. So instead, I am literally going to put the campus here. It's a +1 campus. Nobody cares. Trust me on this, adjacency bonuses are not that important in these particular games. So, I'm going to put an envoy into Bologna.
The natural history of it.
That allows me to get suzerainty. I'll get some exploration. As you can see, I got Galapagos Islands, and more importantly, because I got suzerain of them, this campus, when it builds, will have a library in it, and I will get extra science from being suzerain on that city-state. So that's why I need that. Not suzerain, sorry, having 3 envoys. So, look at this tile already. You can see we have 7 production from that tile. What I'm going to do is completely ignore that, and I'm going to put our city onto food focus, because at the minute we're going to be 1 turn in all our districts, so we don't need production. So, we'll put that on food focus, and then so actually, really, I shouldn't have improved this tile. I should have put a farm on this tile. Okay, now we're going to go down here with our scouts. Over here, this field cannon.
This river
over here. So we have found some floodplains. So these are floodplains here, which means we can do a nice industrial zone there. Again, it's not that important. Don't worry too much about it. Now, in the spirit of claiming as much land as possible, where are we going to settle? I really want to settle on this stone tile, but if I settle on this stone, I'm not going to be able to work this T, and Kumasi is probably going to get that T tile. before I'm able to get it. So I'm actually going to settle on this tile here. Very important we don't put any envoys into Commasse at the minute, because if we do, their borders will expand and they will likely steal his tea from us. We don't want them to steal that tea from us. Where are we going here? This farm. One turns that. So, one important thing, we've started in a later era, we don't want holy sites because can't get a religion. Don't let that put you off. Just trust me on this, don't let that put you off. Religion is, in my opinion, something that you don't need to worry about. It's not a fundamental. Religion is a shortcut to winning your games. If you don't get a religion, winning the game takes longer. I don't think it's harder, I just think it takes longer. So, for the purpose of this, we're trying to improve, we're trying to, just play it, we're just trying to play a game. Don't worry about your religion. You're not going to be putting holy sites down. You might be putting some down just to get a little bit of faith so you can get heroes and stuff, but for now, we're not going to be getting holy sites. Now then, what is our last district going to be? It's going to be the government plaza, because you really want a government plaza. Now, we've not really planned our city, so, it's not going to be an optimal one. We're just going to whack it here. It's going to improve the adjacency of this commercial hub, and yeah, that's it. The important thing is we get it down. That's the important thing. So, we'll come to our next settle. We've not really done a very good job scouting down here. So let's not move this settler just yet, and we'll see where we're going to settle that one. Now for this one, we know that we're going to settle this tile, so we're going to settle that tile. And really, we really need to buy the tea. So let's just buy the tea. I know we're going to go bankrupt. It's super important that we get our luxury resources before, because there are not many luxury resources on this map. Again, this is just reinforcing your fundamentals. It's really important to get luxuries. We're bankrupting ourselves to get luxuries. Get your luxuries. The gold problem's going to be fixed. We've got a commercial hub, that's going to help our gold. The gold problem will be fixed. Get your luxury resources. Okay, so come down here. I've not really optimised these rangers scouting very well, but again, I don't claim to be the best city player. I'm just trying to get. So, this is a really tempting trade route. No, we want this one. 12 gold, and we get an envoy in there. Absolutely perfect. And we're getting a camp, so our gold return again is going to be improved. So, where are we settling this city? Do we settle here, or do we move a tile? When we move a tile, we want to claim as much land as possible. We're tempting to settle here. I'm not going to settle here, and I'm going to settle on this one. So we've got all our districts, I believe. Yes, we have. So what are we going to get? Now, what did I say is extremely important? Settling, claiming land. We are going to get an ancestral hall straight away, and then we are straight away going to start producing settlers. But you've not got Magnus in your city. Doesn't matter. We're producing settlers, and that's the end of it. So, what are we getting in this city? Now, we would like another commercial hub. However, as you can see, we've got garbage adjacencies. We're not putting it there because we can't buy that tile. So what we're going to do instead, we're going to get a harbour. This is a mixed map, so we've got both land and sea. It's a perfect balance of both. It's great. I really enjoy it. What we're going to do with our governor is we are going to put Rainer in this city. What that will do is it will make its territory expand quicker, and it will also put gold on some tiles as we go through when she gets established. Now, we can make cause, and I said, we're rushing mobilisation. How important cause? They are important, and we will be rushing them. For now, we want to be exploring. Now then, if we take that off, balance that, we're still going to grow, I believe, and we're going to take a turn off the ancestral hall. That's what we want. Okay. Let's range it kind of here. That was a really poor movement choice, but we need to explore the bottom part of the map more than the top. I'm going to get the top of it. So, what are we doing with this settler? We are literally barbarians, so we'll bring our ranger down here just to stop the barbarians from taking that settler. Now we're not going to come across this river because the pike and shot will be able to attack us if we do, and it will come out for the ranger because it's a scout unit. We're going to settle here. Now then, that's a tempting place to settle. Ideally, we want to be settling on this tile here, so we're going to have to clear this barbarian camp. So to do that, I'm going to bring our camp down here. We're going to put the camp, like we said, there. We're getting there. We're getting there. With this builder, can we... Now it's really tempting to claim this T. However, as you can see, T is a shit tile to work. It's really bad. T is one of the worst luxuries. Yes, I know you can get corporations and monopolies and stuff. Trust me, T is rubbish. I'm sorry, Spiffing Brit. I'm sorry, Brits out there. In Civ, T is rubbish, rubbish, rubbish luxury to get. This pike and shot. So, I said exploration is super important. It is, so is clearing that barb camp. So, we are going to make a core out of you. Finished our harbour in here. Next, we're going for a campus. And we are going to put that campus here. Excellent. Done. This one again, we're going to be putting another harbour in. And stuff going as soon as possible. So that's what we're going to do. I know I've got 2 governor titles. So as you can see, we've not met any players yet. Just as I say that, we've got Peter. So Peter, absolutely terrifying Civ to play against on Deity. He's over here. Now, this will demonstrate the map. He will have spawned here, and obviously here. Someone will have spawned, I can't go down there, but someone will spawn down here, and someone will have spawned down here. And basically, every map is identical, they just have different luxuries.
It is not the mount.
To the middle of the map with these units, because what we want to do is we want to make sure that where we're settling is as far or as close to the AI and stealing as much land from the AI as possible. So we've finished our campus. Obviously everything is going to take absolutely forever to build, so what do we build? Now if you look, heroes are really cheap. We're going to get, ideally we want Sinbad, because then we can just go around the map exploring and get an absolute shit ton of gold. Can't do that, so we are going to go for we're going to go to Wukong. We don't need Beowulf's ability to remove barbarians because we have our own army, so we can do that ourselves. Are we going to get a campus in this city? I believe so. We're going to get a campus, and we're going to put the campus there. So still, as you can see, one turn districts. That's going to stay pretty much throughout the entire game. Pop that plantation down. Plantations are amazing on these later game starts, by the way, just to get your cities going straight away. 6 food, no production, don't need the production because we're making districts. This settler must skip his turn here, otherwise he's going to get captured. And we want this pike and shot corps to be dealing with these barbarians. Good stuff. I didn't notice I didn't do anything with Peter. I forgot. Simple as that. Now, That is very annoying. How the hell did barbarians pillage our trade route? Because we were trading by sea. That's very annoying. That can happen. Unfortunate. We're not going to go back on the sea for some time. As anyone who plays with barbarians on knows, early game barbarians on the sea are really fucking annoying. Now then, we are actually going to come across the river with this ranger. This pike and shot is not going to kill that ranger in one turn, because we're going to bait him to attack us. Then, hopefully, if a barbarian doesn't spawn, we're going to clear that gap. Now, are we going to get the tea in this city? We are, but we're not going to rush. We're not going to rush. We're not going to be putting a district on this tile, so we're going to let. We're going to. We are going. Look, if you look, the ranger will actually win. With its ranged attack, it won't die in one hit. So we are going to move this out of this tile just to reduce the amount of time it takes for us to sell our next city. Now, as you can see, as we come out, all of the tiles are very uniform. It's very nice for OCD. Look at this. All the tiles are uniform. There'll be an antiquity site there. Niter, 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 niter. Oh, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And the idea is we want to claim as much of this land as humanly possible. What are we going to build in you? We are not going to get another hero. We're going to build a shipyard in this city. Again, that's going to take absolutely forever. We're going to forget about this city for quite a while. Let's just see our amenities. We're at -2 and -2. That's fine. Once we get this tea improved, our amenities will be fine. -2 is fine. We can afford to be bankrupt a few turns. Don't worry about it. So, where's this ranger going? This ranger is going to continue down here. So he wants coal and Diplo favour, and he's going to give me all of his fucking gold. See, you don't need to worry. We're going to accept that. We don't have a coal power plant. We're not going to get a coal power plant for ages because we can't afford it. If we look, coal power plant. So we've got 11 turns on a factory and 10 turns on that. And if we try and buy a coal power plant, yeah, we're not going to get that. Look at that. That's 2,500 gold. Yeah, we're not going to get that. So we take that. Don't worry about coal, we don't need it. So, when it lets me. This, you can see, we've not built a harbour. Oh, sorry, our harbour's been pillaged. That's annoying. You're just going to have to deal with this early game. Barbarians aren't scary, as long as you don't put builders, settlers in their path. And we're not going to be doing that in this game. It's pike and shot cord. Come over this river. Now, remember how we said we wanted to settle this tile? Come, put our ranger on the settler. 45. We're not going to 45, we are going to attack this barbarian with the ranger, because we're right back. Down here, and we're going to meet the next civ. Probably went on the rollover. The people have come out a little bit. And then... Why is there a fire? Why is there a fire? Yeah, we will improve that too. First, we're going to improve this pasture. We're getting pasture. See, that's a much better tile now. What we're getting in the capital, we're not going to be getting anything on the coast, that's for sure, because we can't defend it. So we've just finished our ancestral hall. Now then, the next one is not anywhere near as important. It will be later on, but for now, we're getting settler. Look, we're going to lose the population anyway. We could even focus on production. It makes no difference, does it? No, it makes no difference. So we're just going to leave it at that. And then, Reyna is now in the city. So we're going to promote her. And we're going to get this, and we're going to get this. We can get this, obviously we don't need it. We could get the harbour adjacency. We're going to save the governor for Amani. Now, notice how our suzerainty was taken from us. You get a shit ton of envoys at the start of the game, they get a shit ton of empires at the start of the game. This, Bologna, actually is a decent one to get suzerainty off, so we are going to take that back. And we get Sinbad. That would have been nice early on. We could switch. We could switch. We are going to switch. We're going to switch to Sinbad. Sinbad is really good on these maps because it gives you a lot of early game stuff. Because we're getting Sinbad, could be worth stopping exploring, but we're not going to. We're just going to carry on. Now, notice how the Galapagos Islands are here. There's a world wonder here, and then we know that there's a civ down here.
The wind howls.
And a civ down here. Right, let's see what the damage has been done. Yeah, all these tiles are on fire. Nothing we really could have done about that. I guess we could have predicted that we're going to have one, but never mind. So we lost Bologna again. Yep, let's take that back. We've got 7 envoys still. We've got Himiko. Himiko's good. We're not going to rush her in this game. We might get her, we might not. Now, first we're going to attack this barbarian camp. Now, most people will probably never experience this in the game, but I make a slight misplay there. I'm going to actually settle this tile instead of this tile because it's further away. This is a gamble because the AI might come in and settle. So we've got our T. If we improve this T, we'll still have a charge, so we are going to improve that T. Gives us an industry. We're going to get a T industry, and we're going to get it in maybe the capital. We might swap this tile to the capital. Yeah, we might do that. There's a tornado in the middle, so yeah, tornadoes spawn here. You get droughts, move dust storms, all those sorts of things, and they're balanced. Let's get suzerainty of Mexico City because it explores the map and gives us another hero. We'll probably lose that. Mexico City is not really that important, so we're not going to bother. Oh, we did. We misplayed there. We should have waited to get suzerainty of Mexico City. Never mind. Never mind. Like I said, we're not playing optimally this game. We're just playing. Let's discover this AI. That AI got spices. Oh, spices. My favourite luxury resource. Maybe? Yeah. Yeah, spices. My favourite luxury resource. Bugger. So this is the gamble. This is the gamble. So I'm going to come in here. That is a line infantry. That's going to mess us up. Let's bring ourselves to this tile. Slightly more defended. We've got a tornado down here. And Shaka. Another terrifying civ to go against. Now then, because Shaka's spawned in that game, he is almost certainly going to come to war with us, so we're going to have to bear that in mind. And considering that, it might be worth getting Beowulf. But instead, we're going to get Himiko. We are going to get Himiko. Because Himiko is one of my favourite heroes, and I just want to get Himiko. Why not? Why not? So let's bring this settler. We're going to settle a city over here. You are going to come and you're going to prepare everything. You're going to come down here to help with the barbarians eventually. They can worry about them. Thank God that we're the same Shaka, same secret society as Shaka. Excellent, they attacked the pike and shot, that's what we wanted. Let's shoot you. And we can't quite kill. It's a shame, so we're going to disperse the plan. promoted now. And what are we doing next? So we finished our Himiko. We're going to get another settler. Yes, we're reducing our population. Do we care? No. And there's a very good reason for that. All will be revealed. What we are going to do is bring this builder, not very optimal I know, but we're going to bring this builder all the way over here for a very good reason later on. Now then, Himiko, you are going to come to Bologna and you're going to give us some envoys in Bologna. Hopefully, we'll be able to get Bologna while we are still suzerain of them, because if we are, we'll get faith. I'm going to bring this ranger down here and just use him to disrupt Shaka's movements. As we can see, we've got a settler. And we want to delay his settler. There's always one, isn't there? Always one. So we'll repair that. Notice how we use this builder. He's got one charge. Perfect for repairing. He wants a Diplo favour and he wants a tea. We have 2 tea and he wants to give me 91 gold and open borders. Absolutely accepting that because... Oh, and then Sunduk, she wants to give us open borders as well. Absolutely accepting that. So, I'm going to bring this video to a close now. You can... actually, this turn is the perfect turn to end on. Now, promotions. We can promote this pike and shot. We are going to. We can also promote this ranger. We are going to. However, we're not going to this turn because when you attack a barbarian, you always get 1 experience on your second promotion. So we're not losing any experience by doing this. So we're going to do that. We're going to bring our settler here and we're going to settle this tile, and that's going to be our first expanded city. We're going to get Alpine because if we can get this ranger upgraded to the +20 combat strength, that's going to be amazing. We're going to bring this unit down here. What's this builder going to do? That is a good question. 2, 3, 4. See, we've missed this furs. That's okay. We're going to get the furs with this settler, and we might even get this niter. Builder. Yep. Quarries. Everyone hates quarries. Everyone always finds harvest them. Don't. Do not chop resources. Unless you're going to put a district on it, don't chop resources on this particular game. Just trust me on that. We will get into it more as we go on. But for now, ooh, this is excellent. Let's put this ranger here. That's going to delay Sunduk a turn getting over here. And this is a hill. Yeah, perfect. So we're going to stop Sunduk from coming over here. She's going to have to go around this river. Perfect. Now we're going to watch it. We're going to watch it. There we go. She's settled there. Perfect. We don't want her to come and expand. She will. We're not going to be able to stop her. We're not going to be going like early war or anything. We just don't want her to expand. So we're going to get this city here. Don't worry. We will be claiming this land. We're just not going to claim it just yet. We want to take thrust. Absolutely. Pike and shot are weaker against... are already strong against light and heavy cavalry units. We don't need to improve that first. This ranger. Now, my biggest concern this game is so far is going to be Shaka. He's already unfriendly with us. We've got 11 minus 7. So we're +4. Can we get an embassy? He's going to allow us to have an embassy. Is he going to be our friend? Of course he's going to be our friend. How about Peter? Peter's not going to be our friend. -3. Oh, that's perfect. -6. Ooh. Okay, -1. Have some Diplo favour. There we go. What we don't want is them to declare war on us straight away. They will. We are going to be going to war this game. We don't want them to do it straight away. what we're going to get in this city. This is a shit city. There's no mountains. There's one river. What does that mean? That means we get this builder. We're not going to improve the sea resources. Remember, there's barbarians. We're going to improve a rainforest. Unfortunately, Peter's going to get that. However, we're going to get experience for it, so that's great. We'll get 4 experience. Again, we're going to leave this governor title because we want Amani. We don't know where we're putting it yet, so yeah. Now then, as I bring this video to a close, look at what we've achieved. We have literally done 20 turns or so. We've got 4 cities already. We've got another settler, and we're producing another settler, so this will be 5, this will be 6 cities already. We're up to 69.4 science per turn, nice, 39 culture, and we've done 20 turns. Now, we could have meticulously planned our cities. If you want to do that micromanaging, you can. And we're already looking at expanding out into here. We've already met all the civilizations. This game isn't going to get any more complicated than it is already. Great, fantastic. This is the perfect place to leave it. In the next video, we're going to do territorial expansion, why it's important, and some demonstrations of that. And hopefully, we're not going to be at war with any of these civs. So yeah, I'm going to call it a day there. And thank you for staying with me. Again, ratchet video. I know it's low quality. We're all on this learning process together. We're gonna improve together.